The end is quite possibly nigh for Sheffield Wednesday because they are set to be served with a winding up petition. On field right now, they've not been doing too bad. Somehow they are not the worst team in Sheffield so far this season. It's absolutely incredible how they've managed to galvanise themselves, very much a siege mentality going on right there, and they've managed to get some decent results. I think they won against Portsmouth the other week, didn't they? So on the pitch, they're not actually doing too terribly, to be honest, but off it, it's not really got any better. The staff's payments for September was delayed by a couple of weeks. I believe they've all been paid now, but that is what the fifth month out of the last 7 or 8 that they haven't been paid on time, which is terrible. Nobody should have to go through that. No employee of any organisation should have to go through that. Just because this is a football club doesn't mean that they should be exempt from that. And there's been rumours about points deductions, potential administration, and now a winding up petition from His Majesty's Revenue and Custom, the tax office here in the UK, because Wednesday haven't paid their tax bill. They owe about £1 million according to reports that have been broken by the Star in Sheffield, the local newspaper there, and also BBC Radio Sheffield as well. Speaking of the BBC, I'm going to go through this article here on the BBC Sport website to cover what's happened here because, I think this sums it up quite well, and I'll give my opinion on this at the end because, it's a long and storied, turbulent history in modern times, really, when it comes to Wednesday and their struggles off the pitch. It's nothing new, but it is something that has taken yet another negative turn. So let's have a look, guys. Full article here on BBC Sport. Shout out to these guys. Sheffield Wednesday will be imminently served with a winding up petition over money owed to HMRC. After an investigation conducted by BBC Radio Sheffield alongside the Sheffield Star, it is understood that the Championship club owes £1 million. A winding up petition would increase the pressure on the club's owner, Dejphon Chansiri, to sell the club. They are already under 5 separate EFL embargoes after failing to pay wages on time in 5 of the past 7 months. BBC has contacted Sheffield Wednesday for comment. They won't get one. Wednesday are second bottom of the Championship with 6 points from 9 games after a torrid period off the field, which has left them with a threadbare squad. The severity of the situation became apparent when May's wages were not paid on time in the wake of the same thing happening in March. With uncertainty going on and the club placed under various registration embargoes, highly rated manager Danny Roll departed in July, and his assistant Henrik Pedersen took charge 10 days before the season started. The team did not play a single pre-season friendly in front of fans, and players pulled out of training matches against Burnley after July's wages were not paid. Fans have organised protests before and during games so far this season, and they boycotted the home EFL Cup ties with Leeds and Grimsby, while the Supporters Trust also encouraged fans not to buy drinks or snacks in the stadium. Thai businessman Chansiri, who has owned the club for the past 10 years, has been absent for the entire period, and as yet, no sale has been closed. I believe as well they had a protest against Coventry City the other day too. I think they invaded the pitch briefly at the start of the match. So, good on them for doing things like that. I mean, it's the only way to really try and get something done. But as of yet, no real progress has been made, to be honest. But what are the players saying about this? Because they've been really the only bright spark about this season, the one glimmer of hope, to be honest, with how they've been playing. Well, they visit Charlton this Saturday looking for a second league win of the season. After the turmoil of the previous months, boss Pedersen does not think the reports about a potential winding up petition will negatively impact the players, saying, quote, "I heard about it and of course it's not good, but let's see what happens before I say anything. I have been in contact with the chairman this week, but not about this. There has been a lot going on for a long time, and we are really well trained to focus on what we can control. There has been a great atmosphere in the training, the boys, the staff and the coaches do really well to put things away," end quote. Rob Staton, who's a reporter with BBC Radio Sheffield, said the following on this development as well. "For the last week, we've been working on the story alongside the Sheffield Star," saying, quote, "For the last week, we've been working on this story alongside the Sheffield Star. It isn't a surprise that it has been on the cards." So what does this mean? A winding up petition is a formal court application filed by a creditor to force an insolvent company into compulsory liquidation. With HMRC owed £1 million, they are believed to be ready to take that step. It could mean administration for the club, although that is not guaranteed, but it also means a distinct possibility that Chansiri's time at Sheffield Wednesday is close to coming to an end. What the future holds is unclear, and no fan will rejoice at the words liquidation being brought up, but it could mean the opportunity for a fresh start. Short-term pain for long-term gain, that must be the hope. End quote. I don't think that they're going to go under, though. I don't think that they're going to go out of business. I don't think they're going to go into liquidation. I don't think that's going to happen. It might. That's a possibility. That's been a possibility for some time, but I don't think that's going to happen. My opinion on what's probably going to happen is that with HMRC probably filing this court application, because essentially what that basically means, if you don't understand all the legalese that I just said when it came to that article, what it essentially means is that HMRC is owed money by Sheffield Wednesday. They have not been paid that £1 million. They are therefore a creditor. They are owed money by Sheffield Wednesday. They are not paying up for it all Wednesday. So HMRC is going to the court, probably the High Court, and has been like, right, these guys owe us money. We have tried to get this money. They are not paying up. We want you to put a winding up petition against this club, which is effectively a business, right? You can do it for any kind of business, and a football club is no exception to that. So what will then probably happen, I hope, and maybe the regulator, maybe this independent football regulator we keep hearing so much about, maybe they will be able to encourage Chansiri to kind of step aside. You know, there's a winding up petition. The club is literally going to go under if he doesn't leave. Then there could be some administrators appointed, and then they could find a new buyer, because the administrators just come in and they find a new buyer. I mean, in theory, no new buyer can come in and then the club would potentially be liquidated. But a club that size being liquidated, I seriously doubt. Someone's going to come in. Someone's going to see an opportunity there. There's been rumours about John Textor. There's been rumours about a bunch of different people trying to potentially buy the club. Remember, Milan Mandaric was also interested, but sadly he has passed away now. He passed away the other week. Obviously, a former owner of Sheffield Wednesday back in the day. So someone will step in. Someone will step in. I'm absolutely certain about that. A club that size just doesn't disappear. You know, if it did, it would be absolutely heartbreaking. Genuinely, that's a club that's been around nearly now. It's been a club that's been around for nearly 160 years, something like that. 1867, I think they were formed, or was it 76? It was one of the two. Either way, very, very long time. Very, very long time. So yeah, it'd be really sad to see them go, and I don't think they will go. But nothing is for certain when it comes to this. I think Wednesday fans very much know that, and they've been kind of almost numb to that to an extent for a long time now. But guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. It's been a while since I did a video on Wednesday. It's been a good few months or so. Things actually look to be picking up potentially, at least on the pitch, but off it, chaos reigns supreme, absolutely, especially while Chansiri is in that chairman's office. And also, by the way, just to quickly mention, administration, I think that would carry a 12-point deduction, which, you know, I mean, let's be honest, they're probably going to get relegated. They're always going to get relegated this season. So it's just adding some salt to the wounds there, undoing all that good work they've done this season. But really, I think relegation is not their main concern right now. They knew that was coming. They just need to secure their future off the field. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments below, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe. As always, have a great day on the world today, and we'll see you very soon.